Hello and welcome back to Teaching Crypto. I am MrFOMO, and before we get started today, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, click the bell icon, and leave us a comment if you'd like. Now, we noticed some of you were commenting in our last video that you wanted to know how to transfer your crypto. A lot of you are going to be getting a distribution from Voyager, as are we, and you are going to want to be able to send that to a wallet somewhere else if you are taking the crypto. The first thing that is important to remember when you're transferring crypto is you have to send crypto from whatever wallet you're sending. So let's say you have Bitcoin, you have to send it from a Bitcoin address to a Bitcoin address. And so the same thing works for ETH, the same thing works for USDC. And I'm actually going to show you with a different crypto, Audius, that I bought just to do this video this morning on CoinBase. So you have Audius here, and let's go ahead and show you the video as it works on the phone. So you see my Audius account there on CoinBase, and now I run over to Trust Wallet, open the Trust Wallet, scroll down to the Audius wallet, and now this is where you are going to copy the address. And you'll notice there on Trust Wallet, it has a copy amount down, or a copy button down below. And all you have to do is click that copy button and it will copy that address below the QR code to your clipboard on your phone. So now you're going to have it copied. And I know it seems funny to go to the endpoint first and get the address, but that's what you have to do. You go to the endpoint where you want the crypto to go, you get the address first, copy it, and then come back to where you've bought it, or in this place where you have it stored on your exchange like Coinbase or Voyager. So once you're back into the Coinbase or Voyager app, you're going to click send. And now I know that Voyager is not going to have all those buttons. You're basically only going to be able to send your crypto off. So I anticipate you're just going to see a send button. So when you click that send button, Coinbase and Trust seem to work together, and they have intuitive tools that work with your phone that seem to recognize that you want to paste this crypto address into the address line above. And so all I did here was click allow paste. But if you really want to be careful, and I would suggest that if you're nervous about this, you do that due diligence and you double check the address to make sure every single letter and number are correct. But once you allow that to copy, you put that right in there, click paste from clipboard. It puts your address right in the line, and you click continue. And then all I did was click max at the top. You can obviously set whatever amount, but I'm sure if you're going from Voyager or whatever bankrupt crypto exchange you're going from, you're going to want to send all of it in the end. Now, here on Coinbase, you're going to have two-factor verification, and so, or two-factor authentication. So you go through a text message here. They're going to send me a text message, and then I'm going to enter that code. You'll see that go through. See the text message pop up at the top. Go there. And now this is where the iPhone and Coinbase don't really work together, because normally you'll see the code pop up in this little area on normal text to entry, things like this, but this isn't working that way. And I would imagine that it's because it's financial and they don't want anyone to be able to access that in any way. So you have to enter it yourself, but as you can see, you can just bounce back and forth and enter those. As long as you do it before the 30 seconds runs out, then they'll have to send you another code. You can see that I didn't remember all of them. I had to go back and look at the last four digits. And then it takes just a brief second. And it says successfully sent. And it even sends me a Coinbase banner across the top. It says I can tap for details. Now, go to Trust Wallet. And you'll notice that this doesn't happen right away. It's not there immediately. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into my clock, or And I'm going to realize that a timer is not a stopwatch. And then once I recognize the difference, I go over to stopwatch and hit start. So in the end, you'll see that this is actually a fairly quick transaction, but I keep bouncing back and forth, nervously looking, because remember, this is money, right? And so you refresh, you look, it's not there. And so it becomes a little bit of a nerve-wracking situation, but you'll notice, if I speed this up a little bit, over here on Coinbase, it says pending still. And they've said that 2 minutes has elapsed, but at this point it has barely been over a minute. I'll speed it up a little bit more. Go back into trust, and there's your audience. Now you'll see I go to the stopwatch, and it's about 2 minutes time that it takes to send that audience from Coinbase to the Trust wallet. And you may see longer wait times on that, but for the most part, these transactions will work fairly quickly, or they should work fairly quickly anyway. But as you'll see, when I go back to Coinbase, it'll tell me that the transaction is still pending on Coinbase, and it'll tell me that it's still there. I cannot do another transaction. It will block that if I try to do that. I wouldn't try and do it anyway because it's unethical. But if I try to do another transaction, it will recognize that there's already a transaction pending on the blockchain, and it wouldn't allow me to do it. But Coinbase took a little bit longer to recognize that I no longer had Audius in the wallet. And Trust Wallet actually accepted my Audius pretty quickly, recognized it was there, and alerted me that it was there as well. And so not all crypto transfers will work this quickly. Some of them may work a little bit quicker than it did for me. However, as long as you're sure you are sending your BTC to a BTC address, or your ETH to a ETH address, or your USDC to a USDC address, or whatever you're sending, as you can see, I sent audio here. As long as you're sure you're sending it to the correct address at the endpoint, you should be just fine. And as a matter of fact, this whole process gave me quite a bit of confidence in using crypto wallets because it was fairly simple in the end. Now, the transaction speed wasn't as fast as, say, Visa or MasterCard or something like that. And I prefer that it did get quicker in the future, but people have said that we're in the sort of 90s portion of the internet. So if you were investing in the internet in the 90s, that you obviously made loads of money by this time. And so crypto being in that same point, if you're invested in crypto now into the future, you should make theoretically loads of money. But right now, you're just trying to get off of a broken down crypto exchange, or just move your money from an exchange to either a hot wallet or a cold wallet. And hopefully this video has helped. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Teaching Crypto.